do it. It's getting late.
Okay, so today was a special day for me. I saw for the very first time Taxi Driver.
Did you really? The first time ever?
Never seen it before. And I was talking to this girl who was like, one of her things in her little profile, because I'm an online dater and it's so well.
So good.
One of her things was, if you could make anybody watch one movie, what would it be? And hers was Taxi Driver. And I'm like, I've never fucking seen that movie.
That's
so
really good.
I was like, you know what? Let's watch Taxi Driver. So in lieu of that, we have a Robert De Niro themed Rotten Tomatoes game. So every single movie will have Robert De Niro in it. That's a really good De Niro face.
I was hoping you would see it.
It was good. Oh, I noticed immediately.
Good.
Okay, so your first film. Do we want to go over the rules real quick?
Nah, it's fine. Fuck it.
Okay. I'll throw the rules in the comments down below since this will be its own video for the first time.
Hey.
All right. So, in lieu of the theme in the movie that I saw, why not start off with that film itself? A mentally unstable veteran works as a nighttime taxi driver. Yeah, shocking. But I just told you what it was going to be. Where the perceived decadence in sleaze fuels his urge for violent action by attempting to liberate a presidential campaign worker and underage prostitute. This was, of course, directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Robert De Niro, Jodie Foster, and Sybil Shepherd from 19...
Sybil Shepherd. Fuck, I forgot she was in there.
That's the best kitty meow. Or the kitty purr. Not very
Kitty meow. Meow. Taxi Driver is very critically acclaimed, so I'm going to say that this is fresh, certified so at like 94%.
Yeah, this was I softballed this one in for you. It would have been safe just to guess 100. Like,
yeah.
However, it's not perfect. It was, of course, certified fresh at 96%. So you're gonna gain 2 on that one. Okay,
No worries.
let's talk about some fun facts about this film that you may not know.
Okay.
Jodie Foster, she was 12 years old when this movie was filmed.
Yeah.
So she could not do any of the explicit scenes. Her character was also only 12. You know that?
Yeah, I did.
Icky.
So it was like the Professional.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
So Connie Foster, Jodie's older sister, who was 19 when the film was produced, was cast as her body double for those scenes.
I didn't know that, but I did know that she was 12 and
evidently they look very similar. I saw that and I didn't know. I knew nothing about this movie. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know when it was filmed. I didn't know anything. It was really, really good. It was really good. I'm like, why have I been sleeping on this movie so long? It's been in my Netflix queue for probably a year, maybe longer. And I'm like, I'll get to it. I kind of thought it was going to be like Scarface, which I didn't particularly like that much. Scarface didn't. I think Scarface is one of the most overrated movies of all time.
It is. It's good for what it is.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, it's a
not like
good movie. It is not Scorsese great movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Also, the producers were looking for a Sybil Shepherd type to play the female lead in the film. When Agent Sue whatever heard this, she reportedly called them to ask, why not just hire Sybil Shepherd?
I feel like that happens a lot with casting people. They're like, I want somebody who's like Uma Thurman. Just get Uma Thurman.
Yeah, why not just call her?
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Like, it never fucking occurred to them. People are stupid.
And all right, so your last thing on this one, director Martin Scorsese claims that the most important shot in the movie is when Bickle is on the phone trying to get another date with Betsy. The camera moves to the side slowly and pans down the long, empty hallway next to Bickle, as if to suggest the phone conversation is too painful and pathetic to bear.
All right.
Just little things. Next time you watch it, you'll be like, oh yeah, about that.
That is painful.
Yeah, it was painful. All right, are you ready for your next film?
I am.
This one is a comedy about a psychiatrist whose number one patient is an insecure mob boss.
Analyze this or that.
This was directed by Harold Ramis, starring Robert De Niro, Billy Crystal, and Lisa Kudrow from 1999. Analyze this.
I love this movie because it was Robert De Niro really breaking away from. This is about that. Was this the first one where he was breaking away from like dramatic roles and started breaking into comedy?
This was his. I think so. This was it's 99, so this is a couple years after like Goodfellas, Casino, and
so
all that.
This is where he started branching out into comedy because it was Analyze This, and then there was Meet the Parents, and then and then all of his other shit that he started doing, which he's phenomenal at. Like he's really good at it.
He's really funny. He's a great actor.
He really
call it what
he
it
really
is.
is.
You could like make a script of a fly shitting on a snare drum.
So yeah, I'm gonna say this one's fresh, also certified. I'm gonna say 81%.
All right. This one, of course, is fresh. This was a great movie. I loved it too. I thought it was really, really funny. The whole "I'm so pretty" scene was over the moon, really funny.
Yeah.
And when Jelly is taking him out to shoot him, Billy Crystal's character, and it's like, "Hey, nothing personal, Doc." And the guy's like, "Don't kid yourself, Jelly. This is personal as it gets." Like, the scenes I will never ever forget. It was great. However, not as fresh as we would have liked it to have been. This was actually only fresh at 69%.
Ooh,
not bad. You're only gaining 12 on it.
Yeah, 12.
Okay, so in fashion of De Niro, of course, Martin Scorsese was first approached to direct the film. He actually turned it down. And I'm okay, because I think Harold Ramis made this better. I think Scorsese's a little bit
Harold Ramis is... Yeah,
very good.
Scorsese's more dramatic roles and
very serious,
like stellar cinematography, and that type of shit.
And this one's more silly.
Wouldn't have played well with this. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he would have been.
Ramis.
Yeah, good call. And the bar scene with Dr. Sobel and Paul Vetti with the underwater mermaids. This was filmed at the B Hotel in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The bar in the hotel is still operating with the mermaids that put on a show a couple of times a day. You can actually go and see that. Like, that's a real thing.
That's super cool.
And the character of Paul Vitti was loosely inspired by real-life mobster John Gotti.
Makes sense. That checks out.
Are you ready for your next film?
Yes, sir.
All hell breaks loose when the Burns family beats the Focker family for the first time.
There it is.
This one, of course, was directed by Jay Roach, starring Ben Stiller, Robert De Niro, and Blythe Danner from 2004. Beat the Fockers.
Meet the Fockers, okay.
What the hell, Focker?
This one's fresh also. Because here's the thing, it's Robert De Niro. I don't know of any movie that Robert De Niro's in that's going to be a rotten,
Sure.
So I'm going to say this one's fresh also at 78%.
Okay, a couple of things you did not take into account on this. Number one,
it's a sequel.
A comedy, and number two, sequel.
Yeah.
So this one is actually rotten.
Fuck.
And quite rotten at 39%.
Oof.
You're gaining 39 points on this.
Or 39, yeah. Oof, that's rough.
Okay, so you're having an Evan game now. All right, so actually, James Brolin was originally approached for the role of Bernie, who turned it down. When director Jay Roach went to approach Dustin Hoffman for the role, Hoffman was talking nonstop, and even out of the point, which made him the instant choice for Bernie.
That's so good. He did such a good job with it too.
He was great, wasn't he?
Like, they were really good. Like, they were solid choices.
Remember when he was gonna fight him in the front lawn, and he was started doing like the Brazilian dance fighting? Yeah. And then De Niro's like, "I must warn you, Bernie. If I engage you, I will not be able to disengage."
I enjoyed it a lot.
It was a great movie. This was really funny too. Like, I don't know.
Fuck off, critics.
Yeah, critics are awful. Alana Ubach, who played Greg's former housekeeper, Isabel, is actually 10 years younger than Ben Stiller. So the storyline is, of course, he loses his virginity to this woman who is actually significantly.
That's funny.
And this is actually the highest grossing film which Robert De Niro has ever appeared until The Joker passed into 15.
Really?
39%.
No shit.
Ain't that some bullshit?
Yes.
Are you ready for your next film?
Yes, I am.
Your next film, here we go. With the brilliant but unorthodox scientist Dr. Victor Frankenstein rejects the artificial man that he has created, the creature escapes and later swears revenge. This is directed by Kenneth Branagh, starring, of course, Robert De Niro, Kenneth Branagh, and Helena Bonham Carter from 1994, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
I don't think I've seen this.
Good. I went out of my way to find films that I didn't think you've seen.
Well, it's Mary Shelley. And it's Frankenstein, which is a classic fucking story, obviously.
De Niro is playing Frankenstein, too.
I don't remember this at all.
I only saw it one time, and it was like 15 years ago.
Let's say fresh. Having no insight on it really at all. 82%.
Sorry, 82%?
82, yes.
All right, man, you're taking a bath in this one. This was actually not very good of a movie. I enjoyed it because I like shit movies. This one's coming in rotten again at 38%.
Ooh.
I'm need a calculator for that one. Okay, so
44.
A couple of things on this one. Robert De Niro actually, to get speech patterns for the monster, Robert De Niro studied stroke victims. Get a purchase on speech that is struggling.
Jesus.
He's kind of like
now
that.
Now it sounds terrible.
That's a very De Niro thing for him to do. And after viewing a rough cut, producer Francis Ford Coppola insisted on cutting the first half hour out of the movie. When director Sir Kenneth Branagh refused, Coppola publicly denounced the movie. Straight up like Gandhi in Civilization 6.
Right. Nukes.
Yeah. And at one point, Tim Burton was being courted to direct this film, with Columbia Pictures eyeing Arnold Schwarzenegger as the creature.
What? That would have been weird. That would have been real weird. But Tim Burton, I could see doing something like that with the whole Gothic architecture and his whole style and everything. That would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah, totally.
Not having Arnold in as the creature, though, unless he didn't talk.
He just kind of grunts.
Yeah.
Just trying to say the director's name.
Yeah, you couldn't really have him talk at all. Like, what am I?
I'm not some kind of creature. Okay, let's move on.
Moving on.
All right, here's your next one.
Mm-hmm.
The Manzone family, a notorious mafia clan, is relocated to Normandy under the witness protection plan, where
love this movie. The
fitting
family
in soon became challenging as their old habits died. This was directed by Luc Besson, starring Robert De Niro, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Tyler. 2013, it is in fact The Family.
Love this movie. We actually just watched this movie again like 2 days ago.
I've never even seen it.
It's real good.
I was hoping you haven't seen it either.
I mean, it's not real good, but I mean, it's a very fun movie to watch. I think you'd enjoy it immensely. That being said, though, like I said, it's not the greatest movie in the whole world. We're going on a limb. Say it's fresh, but not very. I'm going to say like 64%.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a really bad decision. This was super fucking rotten at 29%.
Was it?
Yeah. And this was actually the first film. Okay, so this doesn't have a lot on it.
Hey.
Yeah, there's a Sutty child.
Oh, look at that.
Like, hey, you guys filming?
Yeah.
All right. First things first. Look at her. She's already doing it. She's already doing the thing. She's like, this fucking guy. Fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
So I got 2 on this one. The first film that Robert De Niro and Tommy Lee Jones ever appeared in together. And evidently that wasn't a great idea. And Barbecue Dream Nightmare sequence, right before he wakes up, you can actually see Joe Pesci sitting wearing sunglasses.
Really?
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. I like that a lot.
Okay. Let's tally up here. I'm going to need to invest in a calculator.
You are. That was a shit game. That's one of my worst games ever, I think.
Yep, that's pretty rough. We had 2, and you had 12. And you had
86.
100. Oh, that was a rough one. 78 out of 39. That was 39. She's so fucking cute. I love that kid so much.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She's pretty cool. Do a kickflip. 44. That one. I feel like I got you this.
If a movie with De Niro and Tommy Lee Jones is bad, whoever wrote and directed it needs to be put on tribunal.
That was Luke Besson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 35.
Fucking Luke Besson.
Plus 44.
Fucking Chuck Norris.
Plus 39. Plus 12. 2. All right, Sutty, you had your first bloody game there. Your score was 132.
Rough. That was not my best showing ever.
It's pretty bad.
My bad. Bless you.
And that is the Rotten Tomatoes game. I hope you guys had fun with that. Leave your scores down below. And that's going to be the show tonight. You want to bring it home?
That's the show, yeah. So, like I said, we're venturing out into different unknown territories for us. So absolutely 100% feel free to comment, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. This will be available on YouTube. It will also be available on Spotify if you don't want to keep the YouTube app open, or you don't want to pay for YouTube Red or whatever the fuck it is, the YouTube Premium. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. Then just open up Spotify, search the Bloody and Sutty Show. All of our episodes will be there. You can feel free to give us a listen on your drives. But as always, it's a pleasure to bring you guys this quality fucking content. Yeah, this is
right there.
There it is. This is SuttySmash and the wee baby Samara, all as always accompanied by
Bloody the Elf, reminding you to not only like and subscribe, but keep it posy. The baby over there.
There is. She's being a real baby.
And a baby.
Being a baby.